My name is Rex Lokeni. So my current role is Captain in Training. Captain in Training, or just saying the word captain is intimidating. Also, it's quite a heavy kuleana on the canoe. To prepare for that, I mean, there are ways of preparing for it. Yeah. And of course you do that and you go so far with that ike that was given to as a gift from the kupuna or the elders that prepared me, and all the crew members that came before prepared me for this role. Basically, I mean, as anyone that had leadership on the canoe, is basically in service to the entire crew. So I'm quite really excited about it. Yeah, I'm really excited, but also really terrified of what's coming. You know how that it's unfolding. The kuleana that was given, so I thought really heavily about it. Took me some time to get there. Also, I mean, we are all humans. There's all the insecurities and so forth kicks in, and try to figure out how I'm going to perform, but also how I'm going to honor the ike that was given to me from my mentors and my teachers. So it's quite a blessing, but also understanding that how important it is, how vital that role is to making sure that the crew is healthy and safe. So through a short period of time, I've been around the canoes from 2014 to now. I'm grateful, and also honored to be where I'm at now. A role that, making sure that the rest of the crew is safe, and also the morale of the crew is up there. This lake, it's Kealaikahiki. It's an ancestral passage going through the corridor of connecting back to where the first Hawaiians came from. So for me, it's really heavy. There is millions of people and the expectation is high. So also to be able to care for the canoes and care for the people on board. So it's quite an exciting opportunity for any voyager coming through the ranks. This is the mecca of sailing from Hawaii to Kaikinui. So, but now the trip is from Kaikinui coming back to Hawaii. So it's a different feel. It's coming back home, physically taking care of the canoe from Kaikinui to Hawaii. But Nainoa talks about the doldrums or the equator, what happens there. There is this fear around it of the unknown. So Nainoa talked about how are we going to deal with that, with the elements, how we can kilo and prepare ourselves on the journey through there. So I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited. This will be my first crossing of the equator. In Western terminology, anyone that crosses, you become a razorback. But for me, I'm quite excited to witness how the pole navigators conduct themselves within this unpredictable space, which a lot of sailors or a lot of sea people fear most of the time. But going through the training with Nainoa, he advised us to, just to enjoy the process of what's going to happen there. The convergence zones of where all these winds were all connected. So to amplify their ike, we have to perform in the best of our ability. So as a captain in training, I'm quite excited of the challenge, but also the respect that goes into the preparation, the process of preparing ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. We'll be having an awa ceremony there, and also bring some pohaku from where we're from. And the place has a gift to Kangaloa and also a mark of our existence through this space. So it's quite an honor to sail these pathways that our ancestors in the past and in the future will be sailing. So I think Hokulea and Hikianalia has done this trip for many times now. So as a, from my personal perspective, we just gotta follow Hikianalia and Hokulea. They know the path home. So it is our way, it is our role to maintain the health and the well-being of the crew. But gonna see some magical stuff out there, so I'm really excited about that. Really excited of how the weather will change. So I'm looking forward to that. You hope for the best scenarios, but you want to prepare for the worst scenarios. The role of Hikianalia, the sister of Hokulea, is to be a safety net, just in case something happens. And of course, you never want to show up and hope for any of those scenarios, because the goal is have a joyful and also a safe trip. But as much as we try to control the elements, Kangaloa will throw anything at us. But you prepare for those scenarios. My goal is, as the crew, is as a captain in training, is to make sure that both canoes and both crews are safe. I'm excited about the lessons we'll learn out there. When I first started, I was trying to find, the excitement was always there. I was quite naive when I was much younger. Didn't understand there's that risk that we have out there. But I was reminded, by one of my elders, say, hey, any Pacific Island person has prepared for their entire lives for any adventure or for any trip beyond the horizon. You just don't know it yet. It's genetically in there. It's ingrained in us from the beginning. We are voyagers. There's that saying, we are voyagers. But how do we unlock that is by going out there, put ourselves in some really unpredictable scenarios. And of course, the beauty of the ocean is always there. But there is this unforgiving space, There's that space within a space that most people don't understand. So for me, I'm excited about all the lessons, all the stories that are going to happen from there. But also I'm excited about Nainoa and his journey and whatever he's looking for, whatever that magic is that he talks about. It's quite an honor to be there to serve the community, also the canoes. So I'm grateful, but also I'm excited for the young ones coming through the ranks as well. The greenhorns who are going on their first ever trip beyond the horizon. So, but I also, I challenge all the young people on this crew to be the best version of themselves, because we're standing on the shoulders of giants that came before us, but also we're trying to encourage the next generation of people. So just really excited to learn and to challenge myself to be better. I'm from Samoa. At one point in time, we were the center of everything, not just, but everything from Ba'a. And growing up in Samoa, you start seeing layers of your culture being stripped away. So my why is 200,000 people in Samoa, plus 1 million plus living in the diaspora, and plus, every Pacific Islander that needs to understand this. We lost everything. We lost voyaging, and now we're trying to get it back. So my why is bring what's here in Hawaii back to Samoa. Learn as much as I can to bring back canoe and navigation to Samoa. We don't have any navigators in Samoa. When I say navigators, the people are actually looking to the heavens, to the stars, and using that to guide canoes from wherever that we need to go. So at one point, navigation was at the center of our identity. We are navigators and voyagers. But now, we fear the ocean. We fear the unknown because it has become an unsafe space for us Samoans. So when you see multiple generations of trauma, I was told in order to encourage the next generation or to inspire the next generation, we need to go beyond the horizon, beyond our norm, which is now, fearing the ocean has become our norm in Samoa. For me, I risk everything because I've seen everything lost. We lost it all. So how can we reclaim that? Just gotta be a little brave here and there. We gotta charge them. If we don't, then who's gonna charge them? So, and it's for my kids, huh? At the end of the day, it's for the keiki. Because we gotta make sure that when it's their time, at least the foundation is still there. You can break down the house again and rebuild them, but the foundation has to be ma in order to build the next generation of people. I don't want to see it again, us losing all of it. And if I don't do it now, then my kids will come around and they try to, hey, what did my papa do for this? It's not my legacy, it's for the kids. And I don't want to grow up in a world that my people fear the ocean.